All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. It's a whole new way to think about our relationship with time, and it's called the twin ropes. Sounds interesting, right? Let's unpack it. You know that feeling, right? You're on the best vacation of your life, and poof, it's over in what feels like a minute. But then you're stuck in some boring meeting, and every single second just crawls by. It's something we all experience. So, why does that happen? What if there's a really simple idea that could actually explain it all? Well, that's where this idea comes in, the twin ropes. It's this beautiful, almost symbolic model that helps us understand why our personal experience of time can feel so stretchy, so flexible, even though we all know the clock on the wall is just ticking away, steady as ever. And here's the part I find absolutely amazing. You'd think an idea this deep would come from some famous professor at a big university, right? Nope. This comes from Shubham Das, a class 9 student in India, a young thinker, a young researcher. It just goes to show you, brilliant ideas can pop up from anywhere, from anyone. Okay, so let's break down the theory itself. The whole thing starts with a really important distinction. It asks us to separate two things that we usually just mix together without thinking. Time itself, universal clock time, and your life. And here they are, side by side. On the one hand, you've got the rope of time. Think of it like the universe's heartbeat. It's constant, universal, and honestly, it couldn't care less about us. Then, on the other hand, there's the rope of life. And that's you. It's your personal story, your feelings, all your ups and downs. They're two very different things, just running alongside each other. Let's dig into the rope of time a little more. This is the stuff scientists measure with atomic clocks. It's totally objective, it's structured, and yeah, it really doesn't care if you're late for a meeting or having the best day of your life. It just ticks on, indifferent. But the rope of life, oh, that's a completely different story. This is your time, the time you actually feel. It's totally subjective. It stretches and shrinks depending on how you feel, what you're focused on, if you feel like you have a purpose. It's flexible and totally emotional. Okay, so we have these two ropes, but here's where the magic happens. They don't just run parallel forever without touching. No, they connect. And that connection, that interaction, is what creates our entire experience of reality. The theory has a name for these connections: points of contact. Think of it like this. These are the specific moments when your personal emotional world, your rope of life, actually reaches out and touches that objective, universal rope of time. And right there, at that intersection, that's where your personal feeling of time is born. So, what actually creates one of these points of contact? Well, it's all about what's going on in your head, your awareness, your sense of purpose, your passion, but also things like boredom, stress, or just feeling stuck. All of these different states of mind change how and how often your rope of life connects with the rope of time. Your mind is basically the bridge between the two. And check this out. The effect is so direct. When you're in that flow state, maybe you're working on a project you love or you're just totally absorbed, time just flies, right? It accelerates. That's because your ropes are connecting intensely. But on the flip side, when you're bored out of your mind or stressed or just feeling stagnant, man, time slows to a crawl. The connections are weak, and it feels like every minute is an hour. So here's the big takeaway from all this. Your state of mind isn't just some passive feeling. It is literally bending and shaping your perception of time. It's a real game changer because it means you're not just a passenger. You're actually involved in creating how you experience every minute. And this isn't just about single moments like one boring meeting or one fun afternoon. This is happening all the time. The constant back and forth between these two ropes is what's weaving the entire fabric of your life. It's like this beautiful, braided reality of objective facts and your subjective feelings. Here's another way to think about it. Your life rope, that's you, your choices, it gives your journey direction and meaning. It's the colorful thread. And the time rope, that's the sturdy, unchangeable frame or canvas that your life is painted on. And this might be the most powerful idea in the whole model. Meaning doesn't just come from what you do, and it doesn't just come from having more time. Real meaning, it only happens where those two ropes intersect. It's in the connection between your personal story and the grand timeline of the universe. Which brings us to the final and I think most empowering part of this whole idea. It's a complete shift in perspective. It's about moving from just being a passenger, letting time happen to you, to becoming an active creator of your own experience. I mean, just let this quote sink in for a second.
We don't just move through time. We aren't just floating down a river. We are actively generating our own personal time. With every single choice we make, every feeling we have, every time we pay attention, we are creating our own timeline.
So, yeah, the clock on the wall ticks the same for everyone. That's universal. But the clock inside your head, the one that goes into hyperdrive when you're having fun and slows to a crawl when you're miserable, that one is 100% yours. You build it, you maintain it, it's your creation. And so that leaves us with one last big question to think about. A question for you. If this model is right, and you really are the one weaving your own experience of time, if you get to choose how and when your rope of life touches the rope of time, then what kind of reality are you going to choose to create for yourself today?